My role at Lifeway is I manage and direct the content for lifewayworship.com, and that includes everything from selecting what new songs and arrangements we're going to create to overseeing the production process of anything from accompaniment tracks to getting sheet music and orchestrations made, and looking all those things over at the end of the process and making sure things are clean and accurate and ready to go, and then we make them available on the website to churches. An engineer friend of mine here in town, we both independently of one another each had the idea of it would be fun at Christmas time to kind of do a folky, organic, unplugged instrumentation and vibe with some of the carols, and we both had the idea, and then about a week later we met up and we were talking like, hey, let me tell you about this idea I have. And I was like, I was just thinking the same thing a few days ago. And so we got really excited about the idea of organic folk sound and doing the classic carols in that way. And I did 3 of the 8 myself, which were O Little Town of Bethlehem, O Come All You Faithful, and Go Tell It on the Mountain. So the arrangement of O Come All You Faithful, I was thinking about a couple of the arrangements we already have available at the site. We have one that's fairly up-tempo, and then another one that's more of a slow ballad. And so I was thinking, well, it'd be good to kind of have one a little more medium-paced as far as tempo to give people options. So what would fit with this medium tempo and kind of snare with brushes and on the upbeat, sort of like a pseudo train beat kind of thing. And I was just kind of like, oh come all ye faithful, joyful and triumphant, oh come ye. But that was the general idea. You play with the chords and the road map and the structure of the song a little bit, but it's basically kind of that overall feel throughout the song, and there's some dynamics and rise and fall to give the arrangement a little more shape and interest. Go Tell It on the Mountain was an interesting process. I wanted to do something fun and upbeat and energetic, and with this instrumentation it took on a bit of a bluegrass form. We don't have fiddle on it, but there's plenty of acoustic guitars and upright bass and banjo, and I wanted there to be a little more energy and life into some of these. Over the hills and everywhere, go tell it on the mountain. We were in the studio and I had the arrangement mapped out and brought in charts and was talking with the musicians about here's how this is going to go, and I want it to feel like this here and this there. And one of the guitar players, Dave Cleveland, had a suggestion. He's like, Charlie, what if we tried this on the instrumental and the outro? And I was like, I think that's a great idea. And we put it down on tape and recorded it, and I tried to be objective. I was like, I actually think that makes the arrangement even better than what I had come up with on my own. O Little Town of Bethlehem. Usually when I'm arranging a hymn, I look at the lyrics in the hymnal and meditate on those and really try to understand what is the message of this song, what is the lyric trying to convey to the listener or the singer or the worshiper. And the first couple of verses are really setting the stage of the Christmas scene or the setting. But the final verse is very unique, and where it really is where the lyric turns and becomes a corporate confession, if you will. All the pronouns are us, our, we. It's not I or you. It becomes very, this is what we say as a church body or a congregation to God. And talking about sin is not very common at Christmas time. To support that lyric, I thought it would be a good idea to switch the chord progression to more minor tonalities, because sin certainly has a dark and unpleasing connotation to it, and that minor chords kind of communicate that musically better.
Oh, holy child of Bethlehem, descend to us.
But toward the end, where it's cast out our sin and enter in, be born in us today, that's where I switched it back to the major, because be born in us today is a nice thought that, yes, you came as a child once, but we desire for you to come again. And certainly the second coming of Jesus is a very exciting and anticipatory moment that we all look forward to. Overall, A Little Town was a fun and unique process where I struggled at times with what I wanted to do here and there, but there was kind of an aha, eureka moment with the third verse where I felt like it added a nice lift to the song. And certainly it's the slowest and most tender ballad song, if you will, on the whole project, but I thought it was a really nice way to close out the project, and I'm very happy with how it turned out.